word rural.
The more you say it, the harder it gets.
I try to avoid this word. I just say I live on a countryside.
Americans say like literally. I would say literally.
Yeah, literally.
I told you.
Hello!
I am from Germany, but I'm half Dutch, but I grew up bilingual English-German, and I also speak Korean.
I'm from Belgium and I speak French, Dutch and English, and a little bit of Korean.
I'm native in German. I also would say I'm pretty fluent in English, and I speak a little bit Italian and a little bit Korean. I'm working as an online tutor for German.
I speak German, Swiss German, Croatian, English, and then trying to speak better Korean.
I speak Dutch, English, German. Korean is not that great, so I don't want to call it fully, and a little bit of French.
I'm from the United States and I speak English, and I also speak Italian. I can understand a little bit of Spanish and French.
So German is very, people say it's harsh because we pronounce every letter of the word. It's kind of monotone, the language. Like other languages you will sing, sang, kind of, but German is pretty straightforward, I'd say. I would say however.
However.
However,
However.
You guys are all good.
it's really hard to read in German actually because we don't use this combination of letters in this way.
The W.
The W is really different, yeah. It's V in German.
Yeah, so in English it's not pronounced, but in like however, it's not really a separate sound. But in German, as you said, we pronounce every letter.
Yeah.
So maybe that might be a struggle for some. W is pronounced as V and the V would pronounce as it would be however. So it's squirrel.
A squirrel.
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 Yeah, squirrel.
Yeah.
I think it's a very hard word to pronounce though, to be fair. But because it's like squirrel, I've heard that a lot, like squirrel and squirrel.
You also feel like your tongue has not enough space to say it in your mouth. Like it feels like your tongue is like getting tangled in your mouth while saying it. So I have a little bit problems to pronounce the combination of those letters.
E sound that you're trying to swallow up isn't natural to German speakers.
Usually the Q you only see it at the beginning in German, as in most of the time, not always, like aquarium is also not. But most of the time the Q is at the beginning, so you're not used to having a letter in front of it, and especially S is a little bit tricky with the Q maybe.
Yeah, I think it's a kind of weird combination of letters all together. You know, like you don't really see these kind of letter combinations, like the SQ or the... So I see how that's difficult.
Funnily enough, a lot of English people would probably struggle to say the German version.
I said it in another video. Koreans struggle a lot with the German word for squirrel, and it's so cute the way they say it. It's Eichhörnchen, but it's a lot of sounds, and it's Eichhörnchen, and it's quite hard for foreigners to pronounce, but they sound really cute pronouncing it.
Okay, wait, say it slowly and louder.
Eichhörnchen.
Eichhörnchen.
Yeah, Eichhörnchen.
Doing so well though.
But there's a dialect word that's harder. Ohrkatzel.
Say it again.
Ohrkatzel.
Oh, krass.
Yeah, you did really well. You did really well.
In Swiss German, no, it's just Eichhörnchen.
Oh, that's cute. Prejudices.
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 Prejudices. I never use the plural, just prejudice.
Prejudices. Prejudices. Yeah, because I never used that word in my life. Prejudices is hard because the CES. Yeah, I think if someone was like talking in a sentence fast, they would like stumble over that part maybe.
Because it's the same word in French, so it's hard for me to pronounce it in English. That's why. Préjudice. So that's why I struggled.
She kind of put emphasis on the I.
Yeah.
I noticed, and that's because it's so much French.
It's because in German you usually read the word how it's standing here, but in English, if you don't know the word, you're not sure if you're pronouncing it like this way or in the other way. So I was a little bit insecure about how to pronounce it because I also never use it.
The J.
Yeah, the J. Yeah, it's J in German, yeah.
So maybe if you don't know that J is J in English, you would be like prejudices, and C would be K, prejudicus. So it's girl.
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 Girl. Girl.
Having to roll your tongue, R and the L. Yeah, British people tend to skip vowels and sounds. So I guess with my accent, it's a little easier.
Because you like skip the R kind of, just like girl.
Yeah.
You know?
Like it breeze past
Girl.
it.
I think that word can be kind of difficult. Like, for example, in Korean, L and R are kind of similar, very similar sounding. So whenever a Korean person tries to say it, they kind of just like put those two together, like grr.
I think it's also because in German it's E, read like girl, and you would not make a specific sound. If you don't know the English sound, you would not do it, so.
Iron.
Iron.
Iron?
Iron.
Iron.
Oh.
I think here, really soft R. A lot of languages, the R is kind of hard. Like, you can't really pronounce the R. You kind of like skim over it, like iron, not like iron or something like iron. This one's hard, or like ironing. that one's hard too for people to say ironing.
What about the word without the R? Like the iron? Iron and iron? Like it's almost the same. Iron. Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Because I'm from the South, there's like the Southern accent. People don't really enunciate as well as they should, you know? So, I mean, where I'm from, I've always heard iron, but maybe someone could also say it differently.
Iron. If I would read it in German, I would say Iron.
Folks.
Folks.
Forks? Oh my god. Forks. I have issues.
Folks.
Folks.
Here the L is, don't pronounce the L, so folks.
Because I have a bachelor in German, so this is like my time at university coming out, but a lot of like German words trickled over to England, so they're reading it as, because it's folk, which means people, so you would say the L, but over time, once it moved over to like English speakers, the L just kind of went away.
I just now realized that this word is folks, but if you're talking about folk, it's what you pronounce the L, you know, like folk tales are, but if you're just talking about people, it's folks.
So forks.
Because you grow up like pronouncing every letter and then it's like
Yeah.
rural.
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 The more you say it, the harder it gets.
Yeah, that's true. I remember whenever I was like a little kid, I struggled with this one. And I always asked my mom, like, how do you say it again? Like, it's a hard word also for English speakers to say. Kind of the beginning, that r is like put together like r, you know, it's like just like all blended, not like r.
Slur the word.
I'm trying to think how I would like naturally. I live in a rural area. Yeah, I didn't hear a difference.
I think she says the second R a little bit more emphasized, like rural, like two parts, rural, but like I just say rural, you know?
Okay.
But also I think maybe that's also like a Southern way of saying it.
I try to avoid this word. I just say I live on the countryside.
So Americans say it like literally, but I would say literally.
Yes, same. Literally.
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 Yeah, literally.
I told you!
If I was talking to somebody, like maybe trying to sound more like professional or something, maybe I would say like literally. But like, I just my friends like literally, you know?
I mean, I think it just shows that nowadays, at least, Germans can pronounce most English words, but you just learn it at school nowadays. Our age, I would say.
Yeah, I think the older generation still struggles with pronunciation. I think anyone who listens to English music or watches TikToks or Netflix will get used to how to pronounce things. Still, not everyone is that good, but
I think they all did really, really well. Like I was surprised because some words that, I mean, I had a hard time growing up, or like little kids in the United States, you guys can all say really well. So that's impressive, I think, yes.
So today we talked about English words that are hard to pronounce for Germanic-speaking people.
If you like the video, like, subscribe, and comment down below.
See you next time.
Bye.